Hello everyone and welcome back to another anatomy video. This is Dr. Aiyan from the Veterinary Anatomy channel. In this video we will dissect the muscles of the shoulder joint in the dog. So let's get started. When we move the forelimb to the medial side like this, the first muscle, of course, for your orientation again here guys, for your orientation here we can see the isthmus dorsi, which we cut to be able to remove the forelimb. That is isthmus dorsi. It's innervated by the dorsothoracic nerve from the brachial plexus. We can see also part of the rhomboid muscle here. Yeah, we remove, muscle, which as you can see inserting to this area serrated face of the scapula and called the ventral serrate muscle. It's not our topic today. Now this is a medial view of the left forelimb of the dog, and we will talk about this muscle here. So what is the name of this muscle? This muscle called the subscapular muscle, the subscapular muscle. The subscapular muscle originates from the subscapular fossa of the scapula. Yeah, scapula, if you remember, it has two things to mention here: the subscapular fossa and the serrated face. Okay, so the subscapular fossa is the origin of the subscapular muscle. Okay, the subscapular muscle moves down and inserts to the medial tubercle of the humerus, there. Yeah, okay, so the subscapular muscle, it's innervated by what's called the subscapular nerves. Can you see? Normally if you open the book, you will find the anatomist naming these nerves as subscapular nerves, not nerve, because mostly you will find two or more, three maybe, of such nerves. So this is here the subscapular nerves. They are nerves from the brachial plexus, of course, for the innervation of the subscapular muscle. So good for all of us to remember everything about this muscle. Subscapular muscle originating from the subscapular fossa, innervated by the subscapular nerve. See, one word, several parts. So what else? Yeah, the caudal part of the subscapular muscle could be also innervated by partially by the axillary nerve. Yeah, by the axillary nerve, that nerve here, axillary nerve. All of these two together is the axillary nerve. Okay, so the medial, the subscapular muscle support the shoulder joint medially. Support the shoulder joint medially here. What else? Here, caudal to the scapula. Yeah, this is the shape of the scapula somehow. Here we have the scapula. Caudal to the scapula, we have this big muscle here. Can you see it? This big muscle here called the teres major muscle. Teres major muscle. If you look at this muscle, you will find it originating from the caudal angle, caudal border, proximal side, here caudal angle of the scapula. From here moves all the way and inserts to the teres major tuberosity of the humerus. From here to there, teres major tuberosity. From here to there, teres major tuberosity of the humerus. It's there. Yeah, the teres major muscle is innervated by branches from the axillary nerve, and according to the origin and insertion of this muscle, you will understand that the function of this muscle is flexion of the shoulder joint. So it's a flexor muscle of the shoulder joint. What is the name of it? It's the teres major muscle. Teres major muscle. Teres major muscle. Let's put it. Okay. By the way, we learned before that the insertion of the isthmus dorsi, it's also the teres major tuberosity. So you will find here how the two muscles are going to the same point, just for your information, okay? Just for your information. Good, good. What else here in this view? Just to tell you something that even the medial view, we can see part of this muscle, which is the supraspinatus muscle. Can you see it? Yeah, supraspinatus muscle, only part of it. It's also visible in the medial view, cranially there. Good. What else? So we talked about these muscles here. There's a small, cute muscle here in the dog. This one, can you see it? I'll just put something under it here. It is very small and very nice muscle. Can you see the tendon of it? Here, this muscle called the coracobrachial muscle. Coracobrachial muscle. Coracobrachial muscle originates from the coracoid process of the scapula. Coracoid process, this process here of the scapula, which is part of the supraglenoid tuberosity. So here we have this process here called the coracoid process. This is the origin of this muscle. And the muscle moves on the medial surface of the shoulder joint, inserts to the proximal medial surface of the humerus here. Called again the coracobrachial muscle. The coracobrachial muscle. This muscle is innervated by what's called the musculocutaneous nerve. Yeah, well, musculocutaneous nerve. This nerve here, it gives normally branch. Yeah, I can see part of it here. Branch for the innervation of this muscle. Yeah, musculocutaneous nerve. After that, it moves down and innervates some other muscles. So what is the name of it? The coracobrachial muscle. Okay, good. What else? What else? I will keep this muscle to the end because it's very important. It's very important. The medial view here. The medial view. On that, this was the long head of the triceps brachii. Do you remember? Yeah. On that, the long head, you will find this flat muscle here. This flat muscle here. It originates, as you can see, even from the latissimus dorsi muscle. It's not. It doesn't come from the bone, from any bone. It comes from the latissimus dorsi. It's flat, located somehow on the lateral long head of the triceps brachii, and if you follow this muscle, you will find it inserting to the fascia we found in this area. We show you the fascia later, so I dissect the fascia and remove it as one piece. Yeah, so it inserts the fascia of the antebrachial region. So the fascia here called the antebrachial fascia. Antebrachial fascia. That's why we will name this muscle the tensor muscle of the antebrachial fascia. Tensor muscle of the antebrachial fascia, because the contraction of this muscle will make tension of the fascia. Yeah. Tensor muscle of the antebrachial fascia. It's also innervated by the radial nerve. And if you look at the origin insertion, the main function is it's a tensor muscle of the antebrachial fascia, but according to the origin insertion, it also helps in as an extensor muscle of the elbow joint. Yeah, this was the tensor muscle of the antebrachial fascia. Okay. What else? Of course, in the medial view, now we can see the long head of the triceps. This is the medial head of the triceps brachii. And here, let's go to this muscle here. It's very important. And we all know this muscle, but we are not allowed also later to forget anything about this muscle. Okay, now we will talk about this muscle. This is the biceps brachii. Biceps brachii muscle. The biceps brachii in the dog originates from the scapula. Where from the scapula? It's a medial view. This is a medial view of the scapula and then the other bones. Where from the scapula? From this projection here. From this projection here called the supraglenoid tubercle. Supraglenoid tubercle. This is the origin of the biceps brachii. After that, the tendon of the biceps brachii moves inside this groove. Inside this groove, which is located between the greater and the lesser tubercle of the humerus and called the intertubercular groove. Yeah, and in many books they name this one here because of the biceps as a bicipital groove, or intertubercular groove. So here you will find the tendon of it. Okay, let's compare. So here, this is the biceps brachii. If we move here, we will see this part of the scapula. This is the supraglenoid tubercle, origin of the biceps brachii. From here you will see how the tendon of the biceps brachii moves inside the groove, the intertubercle groove, down, and to fix the tendon of the biceps brachii inside the groove, we have this ligament here called the transverse ligament. The transverse ligament here. Yeah, it's only to fix the tendon inside the groove. The ligament itself moves between the greater tubercle and the lesser tubercle, just like my forceps, like this. Okay, to keep the tendon in place. Yeah, this is the transverse ligament. Okay, after that the biceps moves down. It's located craniomedial on the humerus, so this area here, the location. It moves all the way down and inserts to the radial tuberosity and to the ulna, so medial surface of the radius and ulna. Yeah, if we move it down. So the biceps brachii, it's innervated by a nerve called the musculocutaneous nerve. This nerve here, you can see how the nerve gives innervation. Yeah, this branch here for the innervation of the biceps brachii, not even this, so it moves down and gives another innervation to the distal end of the muscle. So it's innervated by the musculocutaneous nerve, which is actually one of the nerves from the brachial plexus. Okay, good. Biceps brachii, according to the origin and insertion, yeah, we said again, guys, it starts from the scapula, inserts to the radius and ulna. On the way, that means for me that this muscle affects two joints actually, the shoulder joint and the elbow joint. Okay, let's talk about the shoulder joint. According to the course and of the muscle origin insertion, you will find that the biceps brachii is extensor muscle of the elbow joint. So that means contraction of the muscle will move the scapula forward somehow, forward, causing extension of the shoulder joint. While if we move down here, because it inserts to the radius and ulna, and specifically here the radial tuberosity, the flexion of the biceps brachii will cause a flexion of the contraction of the biceps brachii will cause flexion of the elbow joint. It's a flexor of the elbow. So this muscle, the function of the muscle, or this muscle is extensor muscle of the shoulder joint and flexor muscle of the elbow joint, called the biceps brachii. Please don't forget this information. It's extremely important. There are several clinical cases related to this muscle. Good. That was everything, I think, here for this region here. And quickly I will go through the nerves. We can find the medial view. Maybe later we will assign like an extra video to talk about the nerves and the innervation of the forelimb completely. So in the medial view here we can see the subscapular nerve for the innervation of the subscapular muscle. We can see the suprascapular nerve for the innervation of the supraspinatus and infraspinatus muscles. We can see the axillary nerve here for the innervation of several muscles. So all of these nerves are branches from the brachial plexus. So axillary nerve here, it innervates partially the subscapular muscle. It innervates the teres major muscle. On the way to the lateral side, it meets the teres minor muscle. Teres minor muscle, this one here, teres minor muscle, and finally it ends inside the deltoid muscle and innervate the deltoid muscle. This was the axillary nerve. Here we have the musculocutaneous nerve for the innervation of this cute muscle here. What was the name of it? I will keep it as question number 1, I think, for you to write the name of this muscle in the comments down. Okay? So I need you to write question number 1 for you. What is the name of this muscle which is innervated by the musculocutaneous nerve? Musculocutaneous nerve will innervate also the biceps brachii and moves down there. Okay? What else? Here we can see the radial nerve, which moves from the medial side to the lateral side. On the lateral side, you will find it under the lateral head of the triceps brachii. This one here. okay, and innervates, I will not mention the muscle, but because it innervates a lot of muscles. And as a guide for you, the radial nerve innervates all extensor muscles of the forelimb except the extensor muscle of the shoulder joint. That means it innervates all the extensor muscle of the elbow joint, all extensor muscle of the carpal joint, and all extensor muscle of the digits, which we are going to cover later. This was the radial nerve. What else here in this view? We have another two nerves here. They come also from the brachial plexus. The one moves in the middle here on the medial side down, called the median nerve. This is the median nerve. Oh, I just cut it here, the median nerve. And the other one moving toward the ulna, caudally here, is the ulnar nerve. The ulnar nerve. So we'll talk about the innervation of these nerves later. That was everything for this video. We have one question, is the name of this muscle here. I should find another question for you. I need you to tell me what is, what is the name? I will jump here because there are some videos about this muscle. So what is the name of this muscle here? This is question number 2. What is the name of this muscle here? I will show you. What is the name of this muscle here? Write the answers in the comments, please. Next, we will dissect a very, very, very important muscles, which are the muscles of the carpal joint and muscles of the digits. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to share this video with your friends so that you will not miss our next video. See you soon. Bye bye for now.